From tundra to mountains, oceans, villages, and towns, from art to wildlife, glaciers to thousands of miles of rivers and lakes, Alaska, a place that breeds discovery.
My name is Jay Ramras. I'm born and raised in Fairbanks. We're a 208-room property. We have 180 traditional rooms and then 28 log cabins. We have beautiful hotel rooms. And as the world and the United States and Alaska has turned to being green and to a concentration on renewables, we are the first hotel to install commercially a 15 kW solar panel system. We have made, to date, we believe, about 25,000 kilowatt hours of renewable electricity. We have 3 arrays of 5 kW, and it's been fantastic. We've won our Green Star Award that's been awarded through the Green Star program in Anchorage. They have about 150 Green Star designees, but we are proud to be the hotel in the state of Alaska that is leading the charge to be green and for renewables. The Alaska marketplace is changing. Alaska has long been seen as a pristine environment. It is one of the most remarkable things that we try and sell as a state and as a seat of tourism. And the notion of being an earth-friendly hospitality concept has actually been good for business. It's been good economics, and we have been able to attract different small user groups that are more eco-friendly as they travel. In addition to that, we have a commercial greenhouse on the property that's 30 by 80 feet. We grew 200 hydroponically grown tomato plants last year, grape, cherry, and beefsteak tomatoes, along with cucumbers and herbs. We used some in our restaurant. We used an employment base for the greenhouse, not only for our grounds, but also for growing our produce of young future farmers of America kids. As our tomato plants matured, we allowed the kids to bundle them up and sell them, and we did an advertisement on television with our executive chef from Pikes Landing. And we went out and into the community and allowed the kids to make money for the FFA program. We offered free nightly tours to tourists and to locals, because commercial food production in any community is becoming a very significant issue, but particularly in the state of Alaska, where we typically only have 2 to 3 days of food stored up across the state. And then one of my other interests, of course, is to see if we can introduce commercial food production into the community of Barrow. So being a member of the Alaska State Legislature, I have had over the last 2 years about 40 of my House and Senate colleagues over to see our greenhouse, because it's so easy to replicate. The barriers to entry are so low, and we're very interested in taking this very simple technology and my enthusiasm and the enthusiasm of people from Barrow and the government and the Barrow School District, and to go up to Barrow and to put in commercial greenhouses and try and grow 60 to 80,000 pounds of commercially grown tomatoes and cucumbers and lettuce trays. We have at Pikes a very close proximity to the Fairbanks International Airport, and because there's only one road from the airport into Fairbanks, it means a lot to me that the hundreds of thousands of people that come in from the airport to see the community of Fairbanks, one of the very first commercial structures they'll see has a pretty impressive array of about 120 feet and 2 rows of 2 foot by 4 foot panels of photovoltaic solar. We happen to be sitting in the Binkley room for the namesake Binkley family, who's a multi-generational family here in Fairbanks. Captain Jim Binkley, who has passed on, but he was the patriarch of the great Binkley family, John Binkley, and now his brothers and his kids, and people that just seem to come right from that old black and white movie Pleasantville, or It's a Wonderful Life. And I found that the Binkley family represents a set of values that we all would do well to emulate. I try and separate those great Alaskans that I know and those that I know well. And so I would say that here in the interior, the greatest natives that I know, my first and favorite would be Slow Mo Samuelson, who competed in the Yukon 800 for decades and decades, and we checked the records, And I'm not quite sure whether Mo ever captained a boat to first place, but he certainly was on many of Bill Page's boats that won the Yukon 800. Slow Mo is in his 80s now, so I guess it would be more appropriate to call him Slower Mo now, I suppose. I knew Slow Mo when I was a boy and he was racing. I knew Slow Mo as a customer at Jaybird's Wing World because he happened to be a real aficionado of chicken wings. And now I know Slow Mo as a guest who I see many Sundays and when we have the race schedule, because Pikes Landing, it's in the name, we are the start and the finish for the Yukon 800 boat race. All are welcome in Alaska, and Fairbanks certainly still reflects those traits and that set of values.
For more info about Alaska or our show, check out our website at exploringalaska.com.